All right, hello everyone. Welcome. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, August 27th, 2018. We've only got 5 days left in the month of August, and pretty much winding down to a close here for the summertime months. We're almost into the hardcore gaming season, everybody, which is going to be pretty exciting this year with the amount of fun releases that are going to be coming out in the next few months. I welcome you here to the stream. Today will be a full day of streaming, double stream day, and it's going to be like that all week long like usual, Monday through Friday, double streams every day, and we're going to have a lot of variety this week on my streams, so I hope that you guys are ready for that. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's see here. Welcome to everyone. Shout outs to all the regulars who are here today. Kekin, MPB Smith, Weeb Dumbass, Bionichu, Samantha, Pineapple Man, Jake Likes Cats, Sias Vise. Good to see all of you guys here, Vietnamese Comrade. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the past couple of days, we've had some pretty sad things happening. There was a passing of U.S. Senator John McCain. We had a mass shooting in Florida, which was horrendous and terrible. I know people will be talking about that stuff during the stream, and obviously I'm not going to say don't, but please try not to make the entirety of the stream about that stuff. Please understand this is a gameplay stream where people are going to come to kind of hang out and have fun. A lot of people use this as their escape from the real world. They don't want to come in and have people only be talking about these current events that are pretty sad stuff. Alright, and the bottom line is, I really don't have much to say about them. Like, some people came to me yesterday, Phil, you didn't have any official statement on the horrendous shooting in Florida. And I'm like, what would you want me to say, Obviously, it's horrible. Obviously, loss of life is terrible. Anytime there's a shooting, it's horrendous. We've had way too many of these in America in the past few years, and they just seem to be getting worse and worse. It doesn't seem like anywhere is safe, right? But I really don't know what else I could say about it. I'm not going to politicize any stance because I'm not that kind of person. You guys know I'm just here to play games and have fun and kind of be that release for you guys. I'm not here to get on a soapbox and tell you about this thing of gun control or this thing about gun rights or this or that. I'm not going to do that, and I don't want my streams to become that. As you know, I don't allow big political talk on the streams because I do feel it derails it and everything, okay? So, that being said, it is what it is, and it sucks, and, hopefully we can all, get back to kind of normality, although I don't know how can we get back to normal when we hear about these new horrendous things happening every single friggin' day. But at least I hope that my gameplay streams can be some kind of an escape for you guys that, when you have these horrible things happening around you, you just want to feel like you're at home, you can chill and be safe and have fun. You come to my streams and we can all kind of chill out together and have fun with gaming, okay? Alright, so now let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about the week. What can you guys expect this week? Because there will be some shifting of schedule. There's a new release this week, and it's going to mix things up a little bit, so let's talk, okay? So, today, ladies and gentlemen, the first stream here is going to be more Shenmue, okay? 4+ hours of Shenmue. And then tonight, I'm going to be playing more Street Fighter V, and I'm going to be trying out new characters. More than likely, it's going to be Akuma. What I'll probably do is go into his challenges, his trials, or whatever they're called, and play through them just to learn some basic stuff with him. And then probably try to, put him into training mode while I wait for matchups and try to take him online and see what I can do with him. Although, I don't know how I'm going to do. I haven't played with him once at all, so it's going to be pretty challenging to try to get anything going with him. Maybe I'll do just casual matches until I feel that I've learned enough to do ranked matches. I don't know. So that's going to be tonight. So it's going to be Shenmue and the Street Fighter V. Tomorrow is the release of Fire Pro Wrestling World. Brand new professional wrestling game. Excuse me. And this game is, made in Japan. Unlike the WWE games that are made in the United States, 2K games, this was made in Japan. It apparently has real New Japan Pro wrestlers in it, from what I'm to understand. It has a plot, it has an actual story mode, plus it has creator wrestler and all kinds of simulation modes. I've never played a Fire Pro Wrestling game before, but they are very popular in Japan. So it's going to be an interesting experience. And fun to mess around with, it's going to be fun to try to learn and as a fan of wrestling, but someone who honestly has kind of fallen out of love with the WWE games over the past few years, this may be an opportunity to try something completely refreshing and different and see how it turns out, okay? I don't know how it's going to turn out, But we'll see what happens, okay? So, I guess we'll find out tomorrow, starting tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow night, I'm going to attempt to finish Scarface. What I'm finally at the final segment of the game where basically I have to grind for money for the last time. Once I do that, I'm able to buy the rest of the what's considered exotics in the game, which are going to give me enough notoriety to unlock the final mission and take out Sosa, the head of the Colombians, and then finally be able to finish the game. After 2 years, I'll be able to finish Scarface, possibly Tuesday night, okay? Wednesday, I'll probably go back to Dark Souls 3, since at that point it'll have been 3 days since I played it. For those who've been wondering about Dark Souls 3, like how far I'm going to go into it, it really depends. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I am debating maybe doing some of the DLCs, because I've been having a lot of fun with the game. Even though I am dying a lot, I'm having a lot of fun playing the game. And I really am excited, definitely excited for, you know, more content in that game. Maybe I'll do the DLCs, maybe I won't. We got to see how far it takes me to get through the normal stuff before I decide if I'm going to do the DLCs or not, okay? But so far, so good. I've been having a lot of fun with Dark Souls 3. People have been enjoying those streams and coming out for them, so far, so good, right? So probably on Wednesday, more Dark Souls 3. Wednesday night, maybe I'll do some classic Street Fighter, okay? And then on Thursday, it'll probably be more Fire Pro Wrestling, I'm thinking. And then maybe Thursday night, I'll continue with Shenmue. Or maybe Shenmue will be Wednesday night. I don't know. Here's the thing. The major announcement I want to make, guys, okay, is that I am going to be shifting Shenmue, okay, from a daytime stream to a nighttime stream. And you might be saying, well, what does that mean? What do you know? Well, Shenmue, even though it's been fun to play this as a main stream, today will be the 3rd time, so I'll be 12 plus hours into the game, okay? I'll be honest with you guys, it's not grabbing a lot of attention. If you take a look at the streams, when I've been playing Shenmue, the viewership has actually been quite low, and I've been getting feedback, people saying we want to see more Shenmue, but in general, a lot of viewers aren't really enjoying the game. They think it's too slow-paced, there's not much that happens in the game, and I'm not going to totally stop playing it, because I definitely want to keep playing it, okay, and I am going to, but it's going to be a nighttime stream. So more than likely what's going to end up happening is it's going to be a, you know, nighttime 2-hour streams moving forward, starting later this week. Today will be the final major session of it, okay, and then maybe starting Wednesday, it'll be the nighttime stream, and then I balance it like Wednesday night, Friday night, and then maybe Thursday night is more Street Fighter 4 or something like that, okay. So we'll see how it goes, but that's basically the deal is the Shenmue streams have been incredibly slow. Not just for viewership, but also people, you know, contributing and everything. Like, people are basically saying this is boring, you know, and that's the feedback I'm getting. So I gotta go with that flow, right? Okay, so we'll see what happens, you know, moving forward. We'll see how today's stream goes. We'll try it out as maybe a nighttime stream like Wednesday night, okay, and we'll go from there. But I'm not giving up on the game. I'm definitely going to finish Shenmue 1. In fact, people have been saying there's probably about 12 hours left in the game for me. So after today, there'll only be 8 hours left. So that would be like 3-4 nighttime sessions. I'll be wrapping it up. So maybe by next week, sometime next week, we can finish up Shenmue. Okay. Okay. So that's pretty much what how we're gonna handle it. So a big mix this week: Shenmue, Street Fighter 5, you know, the conclusion of Scarface, and Fire Pro Wrestling, kind of balancing everything. So it'll be a good balance of gameplay, and then more Dark Souls 3 later this week as well. Okay, so it should be a good week, a good variety week to end August. By the way, this is the final week of August. Okay, so thank you guys for a great August. I just want to say that, you know, we got 5 days left in the month. But it has been a very good month. You guys came out and watched the stuff I was doing, even when the stuff wasn't very good, like We Happy Few, which pretty much was a dud. You guys still came out and hung out with me, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate all of your support, and that you guys hang out with me on a daily basis and, you know, have fun chilling. No matter what I'm playing, you come out and you chill with me, and I have fun chilling with you guys, right? Okay, so let's get to the plug segment. Let's get this over with, all right? Right now, guys, things are all right, but in the next couple of weeks, I'm very nervous. I'll be honest with you guys. Last night, I sat down to pay my bills. It was the end of the month, so every end of the month, usually the last Sunday of every month, I pay all my bills for the next month. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, you know, I basically, I do make enough money to pay all my bills, which is great. But the problem is, a couple things, and I'm not going to get personally into them, but what I'm really nervous about is that, as you guys know, in July, my YouTube ad revenue went away for 3 weeks. And it's not my fault, and it's not your fault, it's Google's fault. Google made an error and blocked my ad revenue on YouTube. They fucked it up. And then eventually they fixed it. They dragged their feet for 3 weeks, and then they fixed their error, you know? But it sucks because that was money that I needed to pay my bills, and I didn't get any for 3 fucking weeks, you know? Now, the thing is, it's a 2-month stagger, so basically what I should have made in July, I'm going to get paid for in early September. I think it's around September 10th is when the payment comes through. And the problem here being is that I'm going to get a payment that's way smaller than what I'm used to, and all my bills come due within the first 2 weeks of the month. So I'm going to be trying to pay all my normal bills with less money than I usually get, and it's not anyone's fault. It's the fucking stupid-ass YouTube screwed me over, all right? So if you guys like my content, you like my daily live streams, you like my on-demand videos on YouTube, you like the fact that recently I've been directly listening to you and playing things that you've asked for, like Dark Souls 3 second run, going back to Street Fighter 5, finishing up Scarface, the fact that my videos now on YouTube are much longer. You know, they used to be 10 minutes, now they're 40, 50 minutes, and I'm only uploading a handful of videos a day to YouTube, so I'm not flooding your inboxes. Instead, I'm doing exactly what you've asked for years and years. I want to say thank you for all your recommendations and for allowing me to improve, but understand that I'm basically kind of suffering for it. You know, even since the ad revenue came back on YouTube, it's been very, very, very low. All right. So I need your help. In the next couple of weeks, what I need you guys to do is, if you're on stream and you want to be supportive, all right, to basically either do 2 things. Either pledge to my Patreon, all right, and you could do that. There's 5 days left to pledge to my Patreon and have it come in for the month of August, and therefore you're going to get all of your rewards and perks in September, all right? I'll talk a little bit about that now. If you check it out at patreon.com/darksidephil, there's a website that'll explain everything, but basically there's different perk levels you get for what you pledge to my Patreon. In particular, my opinion, the best perk level is the $5 level. You pledge $5 or more by the end of this month, you're going to be nominating and voting on indie games for an upcoming indie games marathon that I'll be doing in the fall, okay? More than likely, it's going to end up being either the second half of September or early October. It all depends on timing and everything of new releases, right? But that being said, if you pledge to my Patreon, you get in on those kind of events. You get unprecedented amounts of control over events that I'm doing, all right? And how cool is that? I mean, right now, the patrons, we're currently nominating 2 things, games for a Patron's Choice playthrough, and they were also nominating their favorite moments of my 10-year legacy as a YouTube content creator and also a streamer. They're nominating their favorite moments. Now, there's a poll. They're starting to vote on the Patron's Choice event, which includes a wide variety of games. I mean, Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations, Max Payne, Octopath Traveler are just a few of the 9 games that are currently being voted on by patrons. And people are it's very interesting, okay? It is. It's very interesting to see what people are not voting for right now. Pretty cool, right? So please consider pledging to my Patreon. By the way, there are many other perks on my Patreon that you can get. You can get private Q&A videos. You can get your questions answered publicly on my Ask the King show that I do every other month. There's many, many things that you guys can do to contribute, all right? So please consider pledging to my Patreon. Check it out, patreon.com/darksidephil. If you do that in the next 5 days, it'll help me out tremendously, and you guys will get cool perks that in turn will, give you awesome stuff, all right? Now, the other way that you guys can help me is tipping me, all right, during the streams, okay? The reason I bring this up, I know there are other ways to contribute, which I'll mention in a moment, but the reason that tipping me helps me the most right now is because these are funds that I get right away, and they're going to help me to pay all these freaking bills coming up. And it's, with how tight it's been because of everything going on behind the scenes, but now we've got this ad revenue issue, right, that's creeping up. Any tips that you guys give me between now and, like, the middle of the month, because actually I'm going to get paid for my July performance on Twitch around the middle of September. So about 2-3 weeks here, I'll be okay, but I need to get there, and I need to pay all my bills between then and now. So anything you guys tip me, I get right away. There are other methods, like, you guys may not realize this, but when you subscribe to the channel or whatever, I don't see any of that for 2 months. it takes a 2-month staggering in order for me to get those funds. But tipping, I get right away, okay? So please consider tipping during the streams. How do you tip? There's 2 different ways. If you look below the stream, there's a tip jar button. And if you click on that button, it'll take you to my tips page, where you can either leave an anonymous tip or you can leave your name in a message. It's totally up to you, okay? Or if you don't see that button, just type in !tip into the stream chat. It'll bring up a link that if you click on it, it'll also take you to my tips page, all right? So thank you to anyone who does that, all right? Now, there are other ways you guys can contribute, all right? For example, you can check out my Teespring store, where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. In particular, I just launched my 10th anniversary line of products, being 10 years of a content creator. And actually, it's going to be next month, sometime in September. I'm going to be doing my 10-year retrospective special event, where we're going to together be looking back at some of the funniest, best moments of my 10-year legacy as a content creator for the internet, and reacting to those things together live on stream. That's going to be a really special stream. I hope that people will be coming out who maybe haven't been around for a while to check out this out and see how funny and a fun experience it's been over the past 10 years, okay? But that being said, check out my Teespring, teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. And, you know, anything you buy from there, you know, I get a commission from, helps me out, and you guys get a cool collectible, all right? By the way, I can attest to the quality of the Teespring product because I personally own a ton of them. I own 3 of the 10th anniversary shirts, as well as many of the other designs. I really like the Teespring stuff. I would not bring it up if I didn't, okay? Okay. Now, moving on. If you are here live on the stream, okay, and you would like a shout-out during the stream, well, today is Shenmue. Shenmue is a slow-moving game, so therefore, there's tons of opportunity for discussion, for interaction, okay? If you either cheer, sub, or tip during my stream, I will give you a verbal shout-out. All right, there's a few quick criteria to cover. Please be positive. Please don't bring up negative stuff like the tractor memes. Please don't insult myself or others. You know, we're trying to have a fun and safe gameplay stream where people feel they can chill and kind of escape from reality and just have fun hanging out and watching me play games and having a few interactions with me and the like. That's what it's all about. We don't need people coming in bringing in the drama and the negativity from outside of the stream, okay? Which also means, please, let's not derail the stream with political or religious discussions. In particular, we've already talked about gun control and stuff. We don't need to have those become big, diversive discussions on this stream. If you want to go talk about that on another stream, go right ahead if they allow it. I really don't want the stream to be overrun by that stuff, okay? Fair enough? All right, now, if you want to get a visual recognition for your contributions, there's many ways you could do it. First of all, if you'd like to see a fun animation play on the stream, if you either cheer 50 bits or more in a single cheer, or if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button that shows up after you subscribe, or if you tip me $5 or more in a single tip, you'll get a fun on-screen animation to thank you for your contribution, all right? In addition, if you look at the top of the screen, there's a Stream Stats leaderboard. I'll be updating this periodically during the course of today's stream to make the top cheerer and top tipper get credit for their contributions, okay? And, the cool thing about that is I do it manually, so you're going to get your visual, or excuse me, your verbal credit when I update the leaderboard and give you kind of ongoing visual recognition as well, all right? In addition, as you can see, we have a running tally of subscribers, and you may say, well, what do I get for being a subscriber of Phil's channel? Well, you get access to all of my fun emotes. In particular, the Street Fighter emotes have been very useful recently as I've returned to Street Fighter V for the first time in years, and people have been using them like crazy. In addition, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter, and we are very quickly coming up on the 2-year anniversary of me returning to Twitch, and therefore some people will be getting their 2-year crowns very soon. In addition to that, you'll also, if you are a paid sub, and what I mean by that is if you're actually someone who is paying for the subscription, not using a free Twitch Prime subscription, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them. Not that that's a big deal. I barely ever run ads here on Twitch, you know, maybe once, twice a stream. But just throwing that out there, that is a possible benefit for those who pay for the sub, okay? I'm appreciative of everyone who subs. It obviously gives the channel a boost. It makes it look healthy. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who, considers subbing to the channel, all right? That's really, I've covered everything. So now I think what we're going to do is we're going to get into shout-outs, right? For people who have contributed either overnight or people who actually contributed during the stream as well. All right. Hold on a second. Okay. Ow. Don't you hate it when you get a nail and it hurts like crazy, like, it's stupid because it's not like it's cracked, but the edge of my nail hurts like crazy right now. And I don't know if it's just I bonked it or it's infected. I have no idea. It's fucking pissing me off. I hate that, man. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, okay? All right, so time for shout-outs, guys. First of all, thank you to Labor Waste. I don't know what that name means, but they subscribed to the channel overnight. So thank you for the overnight sub, Labor Waste. I appreciate your contribution, okay? Then, when the stream started, we had a few people who got it started here strong. We had Tantamounter, who did a 50-bit cheer. And then MPB Smith 2 did another 50-bit cheer and said, why Akuma? Well, a few reasons. He's asking, why am I going to try Akuma in Street Fighter V? I'm assuming that's what that means. You know, why Akuma in Street Fighter V? First of all, the reason that Akuma is the character that I'm using is because people have told me that he's a much better Shoto than Ryu. Now, if you don't know what a Shoto is a reference to a certain style of fighting in Street Fighter games. Ryu, Ken, Akuma, to some extent Dan, and a couple other characters over the years, like Sakura, are either pure Shotos or Shoto hybrids. The word Shoto references Shotokan Karate, which is their fighting style that they use in the games. And they all have similar moves. They throw the same kind of fireball. They have a hurricane kick. They have dragon punch. They all have like the same kind of basic moves, although every one of them performs differently and has different variations on their gameplay depending on the character. You know, it changes it up. So I've been playing with Ryu, and everyone says Ryu is one of the weakest characters in the game and definitely the weakest Shoto in the game. That if I'm going to go for a Shotokan style, you know, combat, I should be playing Akuma. Akuma apparently is the strongest of all of them. He's a lot of safe moves that make him pretty much like a very, very safe character to play, which seems to be the deal with Street Fighter V. Like, a lot of the characters just have patterns, that if they play these patterns, they can get in a bunch of hit strings and basically either set you up for mix-ups or whatever, but there's no risk. It's all reward. Like, everything is safe in that fucking game. So apparently Akuma has a lot of that, okay? And we're going to see, you know, I've never played Akuma before. Tonight I'm going to take him into trials mode to try to learn some basic stuff. And maybe a little bit of training mode, and then try him online and you know, some matches and see. I don't know. You know, he seems interesting, but at the same time, he seems very different from previous versions of Akuma. So I guess we're going to have to see together, you know, what I can figure out. And number two, I just think Akuma is cool. Like, I actually really liked Akuma in Street Fighter 4. I liked him as a character in the original vanilla Street Fighter 4, but I wasn't very good with him. Like, I really liked him, but I never was able to, like, do well in a competitive setting with him. I wanted to get better, but that was the era when I was doing YouTube. And it was doing that 2009-2010 era was when I was like, man, I could really go all in playing Street Fighter 4 and try to become competitive and try to get good at this game. Or, you know, I could just focus on a variety of stuff on YouTube and see how it goes. And quite frankly, I think I made the right decision. I do believe that if I had only gone kind of all in on Street Fighter 4 and tried to be a pro player and got into that, I don't think that I would have been nearly as popular as I was. And in fact, I hate to say this, but there's a lot of major resentment in the fighting game community against me because I was the guy who was originally known for fighting games who decided to kind of branch out and just do silly stuff on YouTube. And I got way more popular than a lot of the guys in the fighting game community, and they resented me for that. They were like, oh, man, who's this fucking guy? He's not even that good at Street Fighter anymore, and look at the popularity he's getting. I bust my ass to get good, and I can't get, you know, people to watch my shit. But they never understood. The reason people watched me was because I was entertaining and I was a personality versus I was a high-level player at a fighting game. See, it's a big difference there. You know, when you watch my stuff, you would laugh and have fun. You watch them playing these games, a lot of them, it's like watching paint dry, right? So that was the difference. So, you know, I played Akuma a lot back in the day, but never got good enough with him to do anything. And so maybe now I could kind of try out the new iteration of Akuma and see how he is, okay? So there's your answer. That's why Akuma. Number one, because he's a much better character than Ryu. He's a Shoto. And number two, because I like the character, but never really got to do much with him in Street Fighter 4. So we'll see how this goes in Street Fighter 5. Sound good? All right, MPB Smith did another 200-bit cheer. So that's going to make him the cheerleader for today for sure. Let me go ahead and put you up on the leaderboard, MPB Smith, and then I'll respond to what you said here. Hold on. Thank you for the 200-bit cheer. All right, and he says the following. He says, hold on a second. You don't have to answer this if you don't want, but I've been thinking a lot about your Patreon because I want to keep supporting when school starts for me, and I had some ideas for it. I was just wondering if there's a place that I can give you those ideas. Sure, there's a few places. Number one, you could email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. Just be sure to explain, this is MPB Smith, and here's my ideas. Or you could post stuff up on the forums. There have been people who have given suggestions about Patreon and the like on the forums over the past couple of months. Sadly, a lot of them are things I can't do. Like, some people are like, why don't you do private videos that are just for the people on YouTube? And I can't do that because, sadly, my detractors have already said, oh, well, I'll just subscribe and I'll give all the videos away for free, so no one would want to benefit, or no one would want to pledge for that pledge level because I'm just going to give the content away for free anyway, illegally. Some people have said you should just focus on YouTube because the people who pledge to Patreon usually are not the stream viewers. I don't necessarily believe that. In fact, I know for a fact there's a lot of crossover between my patrons and stream viewers. I don't know. Basically, give me your ideas. We'll talk them out. I am always open to new ideas, especially for Patreon, because there's not much else I can do on Patreon besides what I've been doing. Like, a lot of people say, why don't you do this crazy big project like this? I'm like, I can't. Where do I have the time? You know, I got to stream. I got to put out entertaining content for you guys, right? I can't be putting tons of time and effort into something for Patreon that's going to make me like $100. You know what I mean? When every day I'm striving to put out entertaining streams to pay the bills, I can't take time away from that to do something that's not going to pan out. So that's the thing, is a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you do these special events? I mean, I can't. You know, when am I going to do them? Already think of all the special events I do. Patriots Choice Playthrough, special marathons, special anniversary events, and the like, right? In the next few months, some of the events I'll be doing, Halloween event, Christmas event, etc. So I'm already doing special events plus daily live streams. I don't have time. One man. It'd be one thing if I was a team of people, but I am open to suggestions. Let's see what you have there, MPB. Contact me and we'll talk, okay? Now, holy crap, I'm finally getting caught up with everything here. I received 2 very large anonymous tips. One was $100 and one was $50. Thank you very much to whoever this is. I appreciate it. Obviously, that's a huge help. And thank you. Thank you. So the biggest one is $100. Wow. So an anonymous $100 tip. Thank you very, very much. All right, let's get you up on the leaderboard there. There we go. Anonymous. But wow, that will help tremendously. Thank you. Okay. Shout out to a big bumbling black man who cheered and said, I heard that your laptop has started to poop out on you. Are you planning on buying a replacement like your TV and console? No. First of all, I did not buy the TV or the console. I just want to clarify this. They were basically donated to me. The PS4 was actually sent directly to me, and I was given the funds specifically to buy the TV, which I did, off of Amazon. So it's not like I had any money to buy these things. I don't. I mean, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I am extended to my limit at this point. Like, the only reason I can even afford to buy new games is because you guys, your tips are actually what is funding my purchasing of new games. And in fact, in the next few weeks, you know, I'm going to be buying, just listen, Fire Pro Wrestling World, Dragon Quest XI, Spider-Man, maybe SNK Heroines, maybe Shadow of the Tomb Raider, okay? And that's just in, and Life is Strange 2, and that's just in the next month. Then in October, we got Mega Man 11, Fist of the North Star, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, WWE, Black Ops 4, Battlefield 5, Soul Calibur 6, and Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, holy shit, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So, it's actually your tips, guys, that are allowing me to afford that stuff. I don't even have the credit to go out and buy that shit anymore. I just don't, you know. I've really overextended myself. So, I don't, you know, I couldn't. Right now, my laptop is slow as shit. It's true. It's terrible. I've even rebooted it, and I boot it up, and I try to open the fucking browser, and the thing's like molasses. But luckily I don't use the laptop for anything but reading Muxy and stream chat and running ad breaks. That's it. I don't even use it for updating Twitter. I use my phone or my desktop to do that. So I don't really need to use it for that much anyway. So it's okay that it runs like shit, I guess. Eventually, will I have to maybe get a replacement? Yeah, but I'll probably buy the cheapest thing I can find because all I'm doing is very basic shit, you know. But I'm hoping that doesn't come anytime soon. So thank you for the cheer, Bumbling Black Man. Then he did another cheer. He says, could you do the sub goal? DSP tries it on Kroger shredded cheese. That's a joke. It's a reference to, I did the Rage-a-thon 2 weeks ago now? What do you think about this? When did I do the Rageathon? No, last week. Holy shit, the Rageathon was last Friday. So it's been a little bit over a week now since the Rageathon, right? And during the Rageathon, one of the games I was playing was a Flash browser game. And an ad popped up for Kroger shredded cheese, which was hilarious. I actually buy Kroger shredded cheese all the time. I have a bag of Kroger shredded cheddar in my fridge right now. So I can attest to it and tell you it's delicious. Haha. There you go. And then he cheered again. And he said, devour stinky cheese. Okay, then. Devour stinky cheese. Yes. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, it appears that is it for shout-outs. Let me check on subs. We didn't get any new subs today. So, if anything, the subs probably went down. They didn't. We're still at 536, so that's a good thing. Okay? Alright, so we're going to be jumping into Shenmue here. I don't know how this is going to go. Now, I'm trying to remember. Where did we leave off? If I remember correctly, we left off... I had just gotten the Phoenix mirror out of the basement, right? It was like the hidden room that the dad had in the house. We found the Phoenix mirror. We took it to Master Chen out at Warehouse 8. And that's when the weird-ass golem-looking creature beast monster thingy tried to steal it. And we had to do a quick time event to prevent him from stealing it. And now we have it, but I don't remember what's next in the game. Some people are actually saying, here, Adrenaline Dragon says, you need to get a ticket to Hong Kong. Holy shit, for what? I don't remember that. I seriously don't remember that. Why the hell are we going to Hong Kong? I don't remember that part at all. Oh, maybe I skimmed over it at the end of the stream or something. I guess we'll have to figure this out. Alright, Oh, one final thing, guys, because we are going to start, but FYI, as you guys can see, the stream stats leaderboard is in effect, but also there's another leaderboard at the top of the stream chat for cheering. That leaderboard has reset, and I know a lot of people last week were kind of taken aback because we saw the incredible amount of cheering from Tutankhamun, and he basically dominated the leaderboard for most of the week, and a lot of people were like, well, there's no way we're beating him. It has reset. It is official. Okay. So... yeah, you'll be able to, get up there if you cheer this week. And so far, only a few people, who are up there, only the top 3. You got Tandem Outer, a big bumbling black man, and then we got MPB Smith in first. So, very easy way for you guys to get up on the leaderboard, okay, would be to, to cheer today. Although, I've already mentioned, the preferred ways for you guys to support me would be Patreon or tipping. If you do want to cheer, big chance to get up on that leaderboard this week, okay? Fair enough. All right, guys, I guess that's it. Short pre-stream today. Like I said, guys, here's the thing. I know not a lot of people are showing up for Shenmue. I get it. That's why I'm not going to be doing it as a main stream anymore. I'm going to be doing it as a more chill nighttime stream starting Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see today how this 4-hour stream goes, and then we'll see if I change it to a nighttime stream, how that goes. But I knew this would happen with Shenmue. Like, I was 100% expecting that the game would have a little bit of hype when I first played it, and then it would die down like most long, drawn-out RPGs. I knew this was going to happen, so this is no surprise to me, and that's why this is kind of like the last session of it before it, makes it to the night shift, okay? Excuse me. Oh, there you go. Shout out to Knows Nobody, who just did a 30-bit cheer. Thank you, Knows Nobody, for the cheer. I appreciate that. Okay. All right, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate... Oh, Burnout says, people will flock back in for Shenmue 2. It's more exciting. Well, the bottom line is I'm not doing Shenmue 2 right away. Once I beat Shenmue 1, we're going to be doing Dragon Quest 11, balanced with all the other stuff in September. That's the next RPG on the docket, okay? So we are taking a... eventually, will I go back to Shenmue 2? Yes. When? I don't know, maybe December, after all the hardcore gaming season stuff's finished up, maybe, but there's no way I'm doing it right away. Ripley Atomic just cheered. He says, Shenmue is the perfect chill gameplay. See, that's the thing. I like it. The game seems to be very, very relaxed. It does. It seems very much like a run around, just talk to everyone, not a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? seems like it's fun in that regard. It's like a chill game. You just don't have to worry about, oh my god, it's RPG, there's grueling combat and shit. It just seems to be like not like that at all. At least for the first 8+ hours I've played it, that's how it's been. So we'll see today, maybe if that changes, I don't know. But I've liked it so far. Very different kind of game than what I'm used to playing. So, I mean, even like Yakuza. In Yakuza, you're constantly fighting in the streets and everything, and you don't get that in this game. So, shout out to Calinx. Calinx has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for your support, Calinx. And Big Bubbling Black Man just cheered again and said, relaxing stream. It's like we're chilling on the couch with Philly B, like he always says. All right. All right, guys, that's it. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's jump into Shenmue. Sound good? Thank you, everyone, for your support, and particularly that person with those really big anonymous tips. I appreciate that. And thanks. Let's get started. Here we go.